Joined by an Iranian actor on this broadcast. Mandana Karimi is also here with us, and thank you so much for speaking with us, Ms. Karimi. I understand there are some plans that you have to move to Iran at the moment, leaving India, but you were one of those people who celebrated the Israeli and United States onslaught, which eventually led to the killing of Ayatollah Khamenei. If you would tell us why exactly is that, why is it that you think that Trump did what no one else could and that should be celebrated?
Thank you for having me. First of all, first I want to say that I'm leaving India, but I'm not going back to Iran because, as you know, right now there is not a situation that I can go back to Iran, and I've been banned from Iran for many years. But on a celebration. Well, let me put it this way for you. The Iranian people have been in war with this regime for 48 years. And what's happening right now, especially with the death of Khamenei, there was a new hope for us that this regime is going to go, and that's the reason we celebrated. And imagine the suppression this government has forced upon us, that the fact that we celebrating, the celebration has become our tool of resistance towards this regime. Because yes, you can kill us, yes, you can execute our young people, you can keep us in such a heavy separation, but you're not going to be able to kill our soul and our iman and our faith to fight with you. And the celebration is a source of resistance for all of us in Iran and outside of Iran.
But do you think that things will actually change with the end of Ayatollah Khamenei? Because what we're learning is that it's his son who's probably going to take that mantle now.
See, it has to change because the reason the people of Iran, they've asked for this war, they asked for the help of Israel and America, is because if you stay the same, it's actually more deadlier than any other. If the change is not going to happen, I mean, Iranian people, they don't know what to do anymore. We don't know what to do anymore, to be honest. And when you're talking about his son coming in power, it's like another Khamenei coming to power, because a father who has been in a direct order killed more than 50,000 people only in January 8 and 9, and 47 years after suppression by this regime, how anything is going to change? Do you think a son of a Khamenei who's from the same family, who's from the same breed, is going to change anything? And the second point is why the Iranian people, they don't get the choice and an option to choose for themselves. Why is that? Because now Iranians in Iran and outside of Iran are chanting and shouting and screaming and saying that Reza Pahlavi, we want him back. And by putting his son, nothing is going to change for Iranian people. And probably, and in one of the statements that the United States has made, is that this war is not going to stop until they clear this regime. And you can see it also. 2 days ago, they on a first day after his death, they put someone else in power for roughly a few hours, and he was dead. That just shows this regime has to go, because this regime is a cancerous cell, not only for Iranians, not only in that, but in the whole region. Look at the way they attacking UAE. Look at the way they're attacking the other neighbors around Iran. This regime cannot stay, and not only for Iranians. It's if the regime is gone, not is only good for Iranians, but it's good for the entire region. It's good for the world, as we know that they are the reason behind of a lot of funding of organized terrorist organization. So imagine a free Iran, and an Iran where Iranians they can go back to their country and they build. Imagine that Iran for a second.
But I just want to ask you this. I mean, you know, the US president even yesterday came out and said that the ultimate goal for this operation was always regime change, and that they want someone that would be pliable, would be good for Iran and for the rest of the world as well. But what's the guarantee that the individual that, say, a United States or anybody outside of Iran would choose would be the individual that's right for Iran?
First of all, USA also has announced that we are giving the help that Iranians they ask for us. In the latest process in Iran, there was a lot of people asked why the flag of America and Israel in Iran was alongside with our Shiro Khorshid flag, which I'm wearing it as well, right? That's because Iranians in Iran, they asked the help of USA. And yes, the goal is changing of the regime. And why Reza Pahlavi? Because Reza Pahlavi has been working on a program, on a plan, how we can build Iran. And he keep repeating himself, I don't want to become an ex-king. I don't want to become so and so and so. I want to go back to Iran. And for now, all the Iranians are showing their support for him. But he said it many times that when we go back to Iran, when we take our country, I want people to vote. And if people, they vote for me, which so far they do, because in the country, they're just chanting Reza Pahlavi. Outside of the country, everyone says Reza Pahlavi. But I want the Iranian people to have a choice, to have an option, to choose for themselves. But this regime is not even saying that. And to be honest, after so many years of oppression, they've lost Khamenei as well. Why aren't they putting their guns down and they joining the Iranian people? Why are they not doing that? Because this regime is a terrorist organization. It's not an official or a representative of Iranians.
I want to also ask you this, right at the beginning, we did speak of you wanting to leave India. You said right now is not the time that's right for you to return to Iran, which is your home country. But do you see that day coming in anytime in the near future, that time for you to return to Iran?
Of course, we've always had the hope and the prayers that one day we're going to go back to Iran. And to be honest, this time is the first time after so many years. There is no coming back from this. And I want to tell you something. This past few months, it has broke something within us. As Iranians, we have, in Mahsa Amini time, the white movement, there has been a lot of movement has happened. But this time, what they've done, I give you an example. On the 8th of January, one of my own cousin who was on the street, she says, quote to quote, we were walking, suddenly all the lights went off, our phone was completely cut off, and suddenly we could hear gunshots from the sky hitting us, and we had to just run. If a regime who has been murdered and planned, this has been a plan, not only they kill people on the street, they attack hospitals to kill the people who were getting treatment. So yes, this time is very different, and there is no going back from what this regime this time has done. And to be honest, it doesn't matter what's going to happen in the next few days with the war. The conversations that I'm having with a lot of sadness, but every Iranian who I'm talking to from Iran, they're saying this thing, that this time we have hopes. We can feel it, that this regime is dying, and they have to go. And hopefully that day is going to be very soon.
One last thing before I just let you go, we were just playing out pictures of those images that you had also put out on your social media of the protests that you were carrying out against the Ayatollah. What kind of reaction, what kind of whether support or opposition did you sort of face here in India when you were hitting the streets here?
See, to be honest, Reza Shah Pahlavi, he did an announcement because the blackout was for a really long time in Iran. So a lot of Iranians outside of Iran, they programmed, they planned to gather together, to write to officials and go outside of the embassy and do rallies for Iranians. India was the only country, nothing was happening. So I tried, first of all, I went alone, no one gave me support. They said, oh, we cannot talk, this is too much of politics, No one joined me. And I tried to get a permission, I did not get a permission. Not only that, I got calls that do not do it, don't do it. It's nothing that you should talk. You want to fight, you fight, go back to Iran, pack your bags.
Sure.
But I didn't give up. I didn't give up because see, for me, I'm an Iranian individual. I'm not a politician. I'm not part of any organization. I'm an Iranian girl who ran away from Iran for freedom, to be able to live my life. Because I could be one of the kids who they died in 8th and 9th of January. I could be Mahsa Amini. I could be of the 1,000 girls who they lost their life. And I didn't get any support in India. And for me, it breaks my heart. I call India my home. India has given me so much, and I'm going to be grateful to the peace that I had in this country. Well,
it's unfortunate that you had that experience, but I do hope that the day for you to return to your home country, to Iran, comes soon enough, and this war that we're seeing there ends soon enough.